global Samud flotilla, because these are people who are bringing in life-saving aid and medicine to the people of Gaza, despite the threat of kidnapping, of imprisonment by the Israeli occupation forces. And when I saw millions of people take the streets in Italy, there is nothing more I wanted to do than take the streets with everyone here. And not only do we take the streets in protest, but we also organize our lives for the past 2 years around Palestine and doing everything we can in order to stop the genocide, in order to support our people in Gaza. And one of the ways we've done this is through weekly volunteer meetings in which we organize these protests, in which we organize the actions for Gaza, in which we bring people of all walks of life into the struggle for Palestinian liberation. And vital to this is Leanne, who I'm honored to have as our next speaker from the People's Forum.
Brothers and sisters, friends, family, we are here today to mark the unspeakable crimes of 2 years of genocide against the Palestinian people. If we think back 2 years from before now, we are in a completely transformed world. On one hand, we have seen the unspeakable, uncountable, we have witnessed the violence that we have no words to describe, the destruction, the devastation, and the loss that we have no way to count, that the Palestinian people have endured for the past 2 years. We have images here and throughout the crowd of a few of those martyrs, a few of those people who were gunned down by U.S. weapons and by the Israeli occupation. On these banners it says, every martyr is a universe. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of universes that we have lost in these 2 years. At the very same time, the world has been transformed by the millions and billions of people who stood up and spoken out and stood with the Palestinian people all across the world. 2 years ago, the idea of a liberated Palestine was an idea. Today, it feels like a reality that is coming very soon. My comrade Isabella just said, millions of workers took to the streets and shut down Italy not once, but multiple times in the past week. Hundreds of people from countries all across the world took to the seas to try to break the siege. Hundreds of people braved Israeli naval blockades in order to reach the people of Gaza and deliver humanitarian aid, and they have not been deterred. And that's not to mention the millions of people across the United States who have torn aside, have shed aside all of the propaganda coming from the White House and the corporate media that tried to keep public opinion with Israel and have said, no, we stand on the side of humanity, we stand on the right side of history, and the people of the United States have transformed public opinion in favor with Palestine. The war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu was here in New York City, and he attempted to speak to the people of the world. He attempted to speak to a stage of people. He attempted to receive applause for his words. And you know what? He failed. Not just at the UN, not just in the empty room of the UN, but on the streets and in the minds of the people of the United States. The place that funds the occupation of Israel from beginning to end alliance for Benjamin Netanyahu. And that was thanks to every single one of you. While Netanyahu was here, he met with the other war criminal, Donald Trump. They drafted what they are calling a peace proposal, but what we understand to be an ultimatum that was delivered to the Palestinian people under conditions of genocide. Right now, negotiations are beginning again. Discussions are beginning again. And there is a glimmer of hope that at the end of these negotiations, we may see what we might be able to call a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. But we don't know what the outcome will be. What we do know is that the White House is hand in hand with the regime in Tel Aviv that has been executing and orchestrating this genocide since 2 years ago and since before. And what we can be certain of, I want to name 3 things. We don't know what the outcome will be right now. This is a pivotal moment. But we know at least 3 things. We know that the Palestinian people will never let up with their steadfastness and resilience and will continue to show the world what it means to be a people of dignity and strength. We know that we will not drop the banner of Palestinian liberation. We will continue. We will continue marching. We will continue organizing. We will continue educating. We will continue having discussions with our neighbors and our work colleagues and our friends and our communities. We will continue organizing and mobilizing until all U.S. aid to Israel is stopped. All weapons until the siege is lifted immediately and fully. Until all Palestinian political prisoners, all 10,000 of them, have been released to their families. And the third thing that we know is that a liberated Palestine is going to happen, and it is near. Because whatever the outcome is of this current battle in Gaza, the long-term arc of the Palestinian struggle is continuing, and Israel has never been as isolated as it is now. There is no going back. Without the support and the money and the weapons and the political cover of the United States, the occupation would not be able to exist. And so every single time we organize and come out into the streets, every time you bring your friend with you, every time you bring the truth to another person, we are continuing that long battle for Palestinian liberation. So we are marching soon. We are going to go to the streets of New York City, and we are going to welcome all of our neighbors and all of our communities to join us on the right side of history, lifting the Palestinian flag high. So New York City, are you ready to march? Are you really ready to march? Thank you, and this is Free Palestine.
Hashtag, you will rise! People